start bench questions and trade questions. So hit me with what you got. We'll do a bunch of polls. I'm going to start off the first fantasy football poll right now. Uh, it's going to be probably a question we've been getting asked constantly all week, especially now. I'm going to put this one right here. Who would you rather have? Uh, I've been getting this question a lot lately. Buka, Nico, or JJ rest of season? Rank them right now. I'm going to put them in the chat. Boom. Again, if you're watching the replay, you're not going to actually see the poll. I'll describe it to you though. But anybody that is in the live chat right now, you guys are going to see it. Let me see if I can minimize it, put it in the corner here. All right. So you got it right there. Vote on it. Buka, Nico, JJ. Looks like Buka's off to an early lead, 58-11 to 32. 25 votes, 28 votes. Buka, 61. Nico, 7. JJ, 34. Reason I like this question is because it feels like Buka's higher ranked when we're in a live stream talking about it, but I think we had to actually put the poll up to really see what everybody thought. All right, should I start Godwin in the flex or Cranberry? Start Cranberry. What's going on, man? What's your season 4 drops? I'll have to check it out. I haven't even caught up on season 1, and I feel ashamed because I wear what's your glasses. You think I would know? Mac Jones and Mariota, probably Mac Jones, but I don't like either one of those options, my boy. Fields or Brisket, probably going to Briskinator. Parker Washington, we're starting. It depends on your options, my boy. I mean, I can't really answer that question. I would say yeah. Buka certainly has a better QB, says JP agreed. Should I start Hendy or Manungai? Probably Manungai. Smitty, should I trade away Ferguson for BTJ? I probably, in redraft, probably not. Brees or Manungai? Probably Manungai if Swift is out. Yeah. Traded Gaston and Judkins for Ibuka and ETN. Pretty even. I'd lean Ibuka, ETN, but I'd want Tootin. Definitely want Tootin. Start Vidal or Woody. Probably Vidal. MHJ, Garrett Wilson, probably Garrett Wilson by a hair, but I don't know. We have to monitor his health, make sure he's good to go. Should be good. He says he's going to play, but we've heard that before. This year's been crazy where players have been like, I'm playing, and then they don't play. Fannin or Loveland? I'm going to go Loveland until we know Fannon's good to go either. We got Fannon's not exactly a lock to play. Not exactly a lock, my boy. Herbert against Pittsburgh or Hurts against Green Bay. You can't sit Hurts, my boy. Should I make a Hubbard a must add? Yeah, if you own Dottle, you should have both of them. Flex MHJ or Tyler Warren. I would probably go Tyler Warren by a hair. Yes, sir. Trey Henderson or Adunze. Yeah, I'm fine with that swap. Could you regret it? Maybe. Terrell Jennings or Bam Knight? Neither. Start Mason or Woody. Woody. Although Chubb is going to play, but he's still. I think Chubb's going to get hurt at some point. He's progressively going to get worse and worse. Kincaid, London. Thank you, Young, for the super chat. Kincaid, London, Parker, Washington, to get Nico and Chase Brown. I'd take Nico and Chase Brown. Arguments to be made, but I think I lean that way kind of heavily. I think not like a home run, but pretty much. Let's see, Rico or Nico in the flex. I'd probably say Rico. Davis Mills or Mac Jones? Probably go Mac Jones. Isn't Jones questionable? Hopefully Mason starts. I mean, we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I don't mind going Mason, but we'll have to see. Is Swift a flex? Manungai or Rome? Is Swift if Swift is out? Flex Manungai or Rome? Manungai. Jordan Love or Goff? Probably Goff. DK or T? Probably T Higgins. Woody or Christian Watson? Probably Woody. Jalen Hurts or Drake May? Probably. I mean, you got to go Hurts. I love both of them, but Sutton or anybody else? I don't know. JMO or Manungai? Manungai if he's starting. Gadsden or Walker? Gadsden for me. Darnold or Stafford? I would go. Honestly, that one's a crapshoot. A near tie. I lean Stafford probably by a hair. Debo or Walker? I would go Walker. Smitty just convinced me to do the trade, bro. I'm stressed out right now. Haha. Roberts to start three. Bijan, Jacobs, Kyron, Judkins. Judkins and Bijan are a lock. I don't know why you'd even ask about Bijan. And then I'm probably going to go Kyron over Jacobs. But man, that one's going to be a crapshoot. You're going to miss that one once every three times you try to predict it. Woody or Slayton? Probably Woody for me. Would I lean Jamo over Monangai if Swift plays? No, because Swift is banged up and Monangai is the hot hand. You know. Thank you, Branbury. Appreciate you. Henderson, Debo, Garrett Wilson need one. Garrett Wilson, but I like Henderson a lot. If we hear more good news about Henderson, maybe. Let's see here. Thank you, Green Thumb. Nico, Garrett Wilson, Lad start two. Nico, Garrett Wilson, but monitor his health. Walker over Debo, probably, but I don't know. I mean, it's damn near even, man. Should we drop BTJ? Nicholas, context is everything. I can't blanket say drop him. Depends who you can pick up. How do I value Pickens overall? High end wide receiver 3, maybe low end wide receiver 2, to be honest. How do you value Pickens? Yeah. Bill or Jacoby? Probably Jacoby. Goff or Herbert? Probably Goff right now. Anything could happen, though. That's almost too close to call. Downs, Keenan, or Jamo. Ravens or Detroit? Probably. I would say, I don't know. Chat vote on that. Ravens or Detroit Lions? I'd say Ravens by a hair. ETN or Hendo this week? Hendo probably this week. The matchup's pretty bad for ETN. Dobbs or Addison? Give me Addison. Give me the upside of Addy. I like Addison a lot. Can you guys hear me okay? I got my AirPods in, but reason I have them in is there's like music playing, and I don't want it to. You can't have music playing when you're on a YouTube live stream. Let me just. Yeah, it's still playing over here. For good measure, bro, Kincaid, London, Parker, Washington to get Nico and Chase Brown. So Kincaid, London, and Parker, Washington to get Nico and Chase Brown. I think it's a home run. Anything can happen. I love London. I like Nico almost near as much. Okay, so let me put it in that perspective, young. Nico's below London, but arguable, right? And Chase Brown, Lamb based Kincaid in Washington. That's my take on it. Thank you, Young. Appreciate you dropping the super chat, my boy. Young to the moon. JJ or Darnold, Justin Jefferson, Greg. If you mean JJ McCarthy, you can't call him JJ. He's JJM, my boy. There's only one JJ. But I'd say probably Darnold. Thank you, my boy Greg. Start Rams defense or start Niners Patriots defense. Probably Tampa Patriots defense. I thought you were going to say Tampa Bay. Loveland or Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren. I wouldn't even hesitate. Dobbs or Judkins. Come on, John. Are you really asking me that question, bro? Anything can happen, but I mean, you can't say Judkins, bro. I trade Flowers for Chase Brown. Flowers and Chase Brown for Achane in a heartbeat. Dart or Caleb Williams. Dart. Anything can happen though. Downs, JMO, Keenan Allen. I'm going to go JMO and probably, I'll probably go JMO and Keenan. Can you guys hear me okay? Loveland or Otten? Give me Otten by a hair. Trade Igbuka for Judkins, I think is pretty close, but I'd lean Igbuka. AJB Kittle for, oh man, AJB Kittle for Warren and Addison. I'd probably say AJB Kittle. Addison's not quite enough to close that gap. Hendy or Monangai? I'm going to go Monangai if Swift is out, dead even. Probably lean toward Monangai, but I love Hendy. And I'm hoping we all need to sit Hendy just to get him going. The fantasy gods need it. Hendy or Marks, I go Hendy there. Monangai on the rise, absolutely, bro. Traded Warren, QJ, and Myers for ETN and Rome. I could get behind that, yeah. AJB Addison, I'd take AJB. Take AJB. Tet, JMO, Pierce, I'd get JMO in there. AJB over Addison for sure. Smitty playing Pokemon Go? No. How was Canes? Canes was 2 nights ago, bro. And it was good. What else you got? Traded Warren, QJ. A Doomsday, Parker Washington, JMO, probably a Doomsday. K9 Marks or Monangai, not close. You going to Taco Bell? No. How do you feel about Chris Rodriguez? I don't feel any special way about him, bro. Rashad White or banged up Tet? Probably Tet, but I think, no, I don't know. Maybe Rashad White, unless we hear something great about Tet. Ravens defense or Eagles defense? Probably Ravens for me. Buka over Jalen Warren and Diggs for sure. That's not even close, man. Smitty do the worm. Probably not right now. Bucky, be back fresh, hopefully. Hopefully, my boy. Wade says got offered Saquon for my Derrick Henry. I'd rather have Derrick Henry or Saquon by a hair, by a little bit, bro. Monangai or Hendy, Monangai for now. Shakir is a wide receiver 3, a low end. Bucky owners are shaking in their boots right now. Not really, Nicholas. I mean, if you've been listening to me, you know he wasn't playing this week. What's up, Sick Nasty? I got a mod in the hizzy. I'm glad a mod is here. Drop Mason for Kamara. I don't know. Mason might potentially get. I don't know. I would say if Mason's starting, I'd rather have Mason this week. If not, I'd probably rather have Kamara. Traded HN for Genti and Rico. I like that. That's fine. Mount Monangai, baby. Mount Monangai. Do it live. Another night out in the town. Attaboy. Sick Nasty. Appreciate you. Thoughts on Mason Taylor this week? He's all right. I'd say borderline top 10, but nothing you're like locking in no matter what. Start two: Diggs, Hendy, Olave, full PPR. Probably Hendy and Diggs for right now. I like Olave, but I think I like Diggs more. Make sure he's healthy, good to go, all that. Been trying to get Smitty to do the worm again for 2 years. Yeah, Ken, and I don't know, man. There's a lot of people out here. Smitty, everybody is pretty. Meatloaf, thank you, Nicholas. Appreciate you. Brendo, need help. 12 team, point 5, 4 and 4, and one starters are Dart, Bo, ETN, Genti, Monungai, Mount Monungai, um, MHJ, Debo, Slayton, Quinton, Otten, Bench, Tootin, Worthy, Hampton. Oh, man, not a lot to trade. No one's buying Genti or ETN right now. Mount Monungai's kind of got some value. Some people might buy MHJ. I hate to break it to you, Brendo, but that's a team full of people that nobody's going to buy. I think your only bet is to maybe your only bet. I'm telling you, like, I hate to break it to you, but Worthy, MHJ, Monungai, like a combo of that trio to just get a slightly better player, like a Jacobs or an Adams, or I don't think you'll get a Nico or a Ibuka, but you could try a Henry, maybe, probably not, but try Rico Dowdle, maybe. Those are pretty good ideas, but I don't know how hard they'll be to pull off. But there's not a lot of trade power there. Um, Not a lot to work with, unfortunately. I'm sorry, bro. But if you pull one of those off, it could be pretty solid for you. Appreciate the input. Best fantasy football channel and content. Smitty to the moon. Thank you, Wade. Appreciate you, Wade. Wade to the moon. Are you trying to switch it up from a studio to get outside more? I mean, um, I've always tried to do this like once a week. We're just doing two of them this week. But this format, there's different reasons. I mean, going live vertical, you reach different audiences, and it is nice to mix it up. You got to understand, I'm in the studio like doing shows like three identical type shows a day, sometimes five. So how cold is it? Not that bad. Wade, appreciate you. Traded away Vidal and Olave for Nico. Love that. Love that trade. Would you trade Devontae for Buka? I'd take a Buka in a heartbeat. Trade away Tyler Warren and Addison for Addison and Hendy for Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren, not close. Cut Tootin for Tank Bigsby to cuff to Saquon. I'm fine with that. I'd rather Tootin in a vacuum, but I don't hate that trade. Hope you're having a good night, bro. It says John. John, I am. Thank you. Hopefully you're doing good, my man. Warren is him. That's right. Flex Fannin, Sutton, or Coleman. I'd probably go. Okay, so let me get it. Fannin, Sutton, Coleman. I'd probably go. I don't know. I guess Slayton, bro, but those are horrible options. I don't want to even give you a name. All right, let's throw this in the trash. Buka 65% there the vote. Nico 9 and JJ 27. Kind of surprised JJ got that low of a vote. Next poll, throw an idea up and I'll throw it up. So someone toss out the next poll that they want. Make it a good one. Nothing like obvious. Like, oh, how about Bijan versus Barkley? Like something a little more complex. Monangai for Bucky. I'd rather a Bucky. Trade Brees for Henry. I'd rather Henry. Garrett Wilson, Nico. That's not going to be a close poll. Aldi. There's no one's going to vote Garrett Wilson. Is Monangai a new running back one for the Bears? Right now, it's going to be a hot hand according to Ben Johnson. So he could be the number one. He could rotate. But Mount Monangai is on the rise for sure, bro. Bucky Hampton. No one's going to vote Hampton, Brendo. It's Bucky by a mile. We need a closer vote than that, boys. We need something good. Someone give me a good one. Ladd, Adams, Pittman. Adams is going to kill that. Come on, these are easy questions. Rico versus Kyron versus Henry. Henry, I like that one. That's a good one. All right, rest of season. Rico, Henry, Kyron. I could have put Judkins in there too. Rico running away. Will you trade Hendy for DeAndre Swift? No. Hendy, Addison, or Pierce for flex. Hendy's probably the high risk, high reward. Addison's a safer play, but a little less upside. Rome and Hampton for JJ. Of course, I'd take JJ, bro. Pollard or JMO? Give me JMO. Kyle Manungai or Woody Marks. Kyle Manungai, not close. I think Shubo will be in the doghouse forever. It's not that he's in the doghouse, bro. He got benched. I mean, essentially, it's not about doghouse. He's just not as good. Kyron is going to prove the voters wrong. Well, the voters are being kind of kind to him. I mean, he's ahead of Henry. Theo Johnson, Cade Otten, Jawan Johnson need a high upside 0.5. Otten need one running back, one flex. Marks, JCM, Loveland. You're in trouble, bro. I don't know. I guess Marks and Loveland, but that's pretty bad. Tyler, that's too long to read. I'm sorry. Can't read novels this quick when it's scrolling by. Trading my BTJ and London together for what? I mean, BTJ is not a very big additive. I would say like JJ, uh, Barkley, Henry. Yeah, sorry, wild card. Loveland, Theo, or Dalton. I guess Loveland. Where can I gift? Where can I get? What can I get with Flowers and Garrett Wilson? I mean, just think about a wide receiver slightly ahead of Garrett Wilson because Flowers is barely going to give you a bump. Smash the like button. Waddle, Barkley, and Bucky killed my fantasy. Should have listened to you when you said. I should have listened to you when you said don't draft Barkley. Yeah, but bro, I mean, you could have drafted another player that just got hurt. You could have drafted, you know, Hampton instead, and you would have got hurt anyway. Don't beat yourself up over it. Javante plus ETN for Judkins and Kittle. Give me Judkins and Kittle, and then I try and flip Kittle though. What other sports do I watch? Well, that's college basketball, college football. Yeah, Hampton, Vidal, or Henderson. Henderson. But if we get bad news, like shift. Genty, Judkins for JT. I would take JT. I watch the NBA, yeah, but it's not every game. I can't start Vidal or Woody Marks. I'd go Vidal. Kittle, Goff, Daniel Jones, and Laporta. Give me Daniel. I guess give me Daniel Jones and Laporta. I don't know. Pretty even. Dead even. Start Vidal or Brees. I'm going to go Brees Hall, but I like Vidal a little more this week. Ladd and DJ for Buka. Yeah, you never know. Try it. Smitty, PPR, ETN, or Henry. Henry. Dak, Flacco, Brissett. Dak. Trey McBride for Rico and Olave a couple weeks ago. You crushed it, Michael. Lad Flacco for Amon Ra. Yeah, of course, bro. Coker to the moon if Tet sits. Maybe. I don't know about that, but do you have any favorite 2026 draft prospects? Yeah, we'll have that. I'm saving all my rookie stuff for December. Of course, I like Love, but you'll find out more. Smitty to the moon. Thank you, Randy. JMO Downs or Addison. Give me JMO. Give me JMO. 18 or Hendy. Probably Hendy. Trade Harvey and Olave for Chase Brown. I don't know. I mean, right now I'd say Chase Brown, but don't be surprised if Harvey, changes that PPR at flex. White or Vendor. Who's Vendor, bro? I don't know what you're saying, Damon. Should I trade my Sharps for Auden or drop Terry for Loveland? I would drop Terry for Loveland. I guess. I don't know. You know what? I guess it depends on if you need a running back. You know, did I roll up on the bike? No, not today. I'm going to start riding it out here though. MHA and B Hall for Barkley. Um, MHA and B Hall. That's a close one. I'd probably say Barkley. I'd probably say Barkley, bro. So we got the Christmas tree out now. You got winning the NFC West. I don't know. I thought about doing a show and breaking it down. I think I'll do that. I think I'll do a new mid-season playoff prediction show. It's a good question. It's a really good question. There's so many teams in the West, man. Um, I think it really is going to be like Denver's playing well. You can crap on Denver in the AFC, but it's probably going to be Buffalo. I think the Ravens will start playing great ball again. I think Buffalo, KC, Denver, NFC. Honestly, the entire NFC. I'm not just talking any specific division, but I'd say I think Seattle looks dangerous. If you want to talk about the West, Seattle, the Rams. I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know who's coming out of there, but Seattle looks really quietly dangerous. I think people don't realize how good Seattle is. I mean, we kind of do. We've been rooting for JSN, so we look at Seattle differently. But I don't know, man. Playoff predictions will be tough. I think AFC or NFC. Green Bay looked like a dog, and now they look like a fraud. Detroit's up and down. Eagles are probably going to skate into the top 3 or 4 teams. I think if we file it down to 3 or 4, Colts or dogs. It's true. Green Bay's dangerous. I mean, it could be, but they're also kind of a little bit fraudulent. What's your Dowdle best ball percentage? I don't know. Good question. Pitts, Vidal, or Tez in the flex. My Dowdle percentage is probably low because I wasn't high on him in the offseason as much as I am now, obviously. So it is what it is, man. I mean, he was a backup. You're talking about backup percentages. You're not drafting a ton of those players. I would venture to say Dowdle was not drafted much at all because on an underdog, if you're drafting 4 to 5 running backs, how are you taking a backup running back? You just weren't in a position to take Dowdle a lot in best ball. Pitts, Vidal, or Tez, I would probably say Vidal. Thank you for the super chat, my boy. Thank you both for the super chat. Appreciate you. Super Bowl prediction. If I had to make one right now, I would say, I don't know. I think I'm not ready to make the prediction. I'm going to do it on the show. But I'll tell you that I think KC, Buffalo, Baltimore, Denver. I still think Denver's a dog. Everyone can get mad at Knicks all they want, but they're 8-2. And Nick's was everyone's darling 2 weeks ago. Now they hate him. Um, Feels good to be a Cardinals fan right now. Not really, bro. I think Gannon's awful. Best pizza spot in Arizona. I mean, we got some of the best pizza in the country, bro. Everyone thinks Arizona doesn't, but you got to understand we got transplants. Not a lot of people are from here, so they bring their stuff over. Like we have so many Chicago people. We have so much Chicago pizza in Arizona because everybody comes from Chicago. Pizza Bianco, Lou Malnati's are a couple of the big dogs. Pizza Bianco is probably top 10 in the nation. Anywhere you look at a rating, like look at Portnoy, they'll tell you Pizza Bianco is like probably top 10. 14% Dowdle and Angry Not More. Nice work. I don't know how you could take Dowdle at even a higher clip than that though, because like I said, you're banking on a backup running back at the time with 4 or 5 drafted running backs. So it depends on the contest, how big. Like if you did a super flex and you could draft 2 extra players, like a 20 round, then it makes a whole lot more sense. Bill or Jacoby Myers? Probably Jacoby Myers. What do we got here? Smitty, McConkey, or Zay? Probably McConkey, my boy. McConkey doing it live. Bill or Charbonnet? I guess Charbonnet. JT, rest of season, what about him? Chubb's injury history led me to Rico post draft. Yeah, a lot of the Rico love is gonna be naturally after the draft, just because you can't. Like I said, you're drafting 4 or 5 running backs. You're drafting starters. You're not drafting backups. It was really hard to draft. Like you could draft like a Charbonnet. You could draft like players like that. But it was even tough to do that. You'd have to be your 5th running back. Trade Monangai for Bucky. I would take Bucky. I'd take a gamble on Bucky for sure. Um, Brisket, J.J. McCarthy, Purdy, Penix, or Mariota. I'd probably say Briskinator, bro. Let's see here. Fannin or Kelsey. Drop Genty for AD Mitchell. Dynasty. What do you mean, DeBolt? What do you mean drop Genty in Dynasty? What are you talking about? Dynasty, drop Genty for AD Mitchell. What are you talking about? DeBolt, you're about to get your mod status taken away. What kind of question is that? Top 3 running back has the second best, right? Which top 3 running back has the second best half season? Top 3 running back? I mean, I'd say Bijan or Gibbs. I don't know. What did the Bolt say? Judy? Well, now I forget to ask the question again. Now I forget who it was. Judy versus who? Swift or Monangai? Monangai. The only person that's going to say Swift is someone that has him. My liver hurts. Stop drinking, Jimmy the drunk. We tried to get you to stop, my boy. We need to get you to change your name to Jimmy the not drunk. Made the mistake of dropping JD. Why would you drop JD5? Who can I sell? Who can I sell? Justin Herbert. I need a wide receiver. Lad. Um, Pickens, maybe. Jimmy the buzzed. Jimmy the non-drunk is what we're aiming for. Jalen Warren, you could have Jalen Warren for Hunter. I don't know. Who cares? Start Jennings or Johnston. Probably Johnston, my boy. Lions or Browns D. Uh, I guess Lions. Jimmy the Sober. There you go. There you go, bro. I like that. You gotta start somewhere. Yep. Should I take Daniel Jones, Harvey, and Vidal for Mariota, Addison, ETN? Take Daniel Jones, Harvey, and Vidal. I would probably take Harvey and Vidal. Yep. But it's close. Arguable. Gaston or Hendy in a flex spot or like trade. In the context, it would matter for your team, but I'd probably say in a vacuum, I'd take Gadsden for safety, Hendy for high upside. Gibbs and Ladd or Buka Cook. Uh, I would say as long as that's Cook and not Cooks, I would say Gibbs and well, I guess Buka and Cook, James Cook. But make sure it's not Brandon Cooks, bro. You wrote Cooks. Make sure he's not trying to pull one over on you. I saw Cooks calling Menungai, Mount Menungai, calling Menungai, Mount Menungai, rank Buka. That's what we're calling him. TBOTB. Um, it's Mount Menungai though. Mount Menungai, not Mount Menungai. Rank Buka, London, Adams. Buka, London, Adams. Give me Buka, London, Adams in that order. Thank you for the super chat. Amon Ra for JJK9. Give me JJ and K9 because you got running back troubles, so sure. I don't know why people are surprised when I'm outside. I really don't understand. I do this all the time. But I appreciate you anyway. I also have been yelling, Nungai, get to the chopper. Get to the chopper. Get down. Non PPR, 5 and 4. Knicks, H. Enrico, Judkins, Rice, Igbuka, Shaheed by benches, Worthy, RJ, Harvey, Ollie. Should I trade away Dowdle for Nico? I don't think so. Your team's pretty balanced. I think I ride the Dowdle train. Chad, can we vote on this one? Your team's so even, it doesn't matter. This is your flex, right? You got Judkins and Achan. You got Rice and Buka. And so Rico Dowdle or Nico is going to serve the same role, essentially. I'm going to say Rico, but Chad, I need your vote. Rico Dowdle or Nico Collins? Give me Rico. Jimmy the Drunk says, "Go Bills!" At a baby. What's up, Travis? Travis in the building. I got 3 mods in here now. The vertical stream always has weird questions from random new people. I know, but that's why partly why I do the vertical stream. Number one, it gets me out. I don't mind getting out and about. Number two, it does expose us to basically think about it like when you're on the YouTube app and you're scrolling through shorts, you'll see live people. So this gets exposure to a bunch of new people. Sometimes it's crazy. Lad and DJ, um, Lad and DJ for Adams. I'd take Adams over DJ more and Lad. Yeah. You guys, can you hear me? Okay. I said go Bills. I said go Bills. What did I say, Jimmy? Did I say something different? Rico won the vote, by the way. I don't think you can hear the fountain though. This is my AirPods, but 1 to 10, how confident are you in Hendy getting 15 touches? I'd say 8. Rico, it is. I can hear the fountain. Okay, I got you. Puka Barkley, fair. Yeah, I'd rather have Puka by a hair. Trade Saquon Shakir for Judkins and QJ and Caleb. I'd rather have. I go back and forth on whether I want Judkins or Saquon, and I don't let the other pieces influence too much. I know you say you need a quarterback, but I almost like go after something else. But I think I'd rather have Saquon by a hair. I go back and forth. I admittedly had a different answer earlier today. I'm going back and forth, man. I'm just letting you know. I don't know. Travis says a 10 out of 10 confidence that he gets that many touches. I'd say, I think at 8 feels pretty confident. Travis says 10. I say 8, so 9 in the middle. Hendy or Monangai in the flex. I'm going to go Monangai until we get very secure news or word that Hendy's not going to be like, you know what I mean? Like somebody asked Vrabel, is Hendy starting? And then they say, well, it's going to be a hot hand approach. You know, like we hear some BS like that. Only thing for a QB on the waiver is Trevor Lawrence. Um, Brissett's not there by a hair. Jimmy, I don't know what you're. I think you are. I think you are your name tonight because I don't understand a word your super chats are inferring. By a hair. I mean I don't know what we're. I don't know what's so funny about that. Um, Jimmy, I appreciate you though. Jimmy's my boy, but Jimmy is definitely living up to his name tonight. We need Jimmy, the non-drunk, to come on here. Thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate you. Let me heart your message and like it. I appreciate you. Rock out in the building. Rock out says, "What to do with Bucky if you're 6-3? You're in a good spot. You're not somebody that I've been yelling at. You're somebody that can wait on him. If no one's trading for him, then you hold him, man. I mean, if you can't get a Henry, a Barkley, a Rico, a a player and Jacobs and even Jacobs and something, or at least Jacobs or Kyron and something, and you might have some of those guys, but then you just hold them, man. I have a good feeling that Bucky will be back, not this week, but next week. How good? If you want to do a scale, 65 to 70%. I know it's not what you want to hear, and that gives you a chance that he doesn't come back until 2 weeks. But remember, they didn't put him on IR. They clearly miscalculated that. But the word that I'm getting and feeling and reading between the lines is that he hasn't taken contact yet, and that's usually not like, oh, we need 2 weeks of contact. And it's not like they take much contact at all anyway. It's just like, hitting the pads, hitting, light work, and just getting the shoulder like used to getting tapped and hit. And it's not like he's going to take massive hits to his shoulder. It's not like they're like, hey, he's got to go out there and play tackle football for a week straight. It's just he hasn't done anything with it. He hasn't had anybody, even slap him on the shoulder. Garrett Wilson for my Manon guy. I'd take Garrett Wilson. Thank you for the super chat. But rock out, hold on to him. Grab Sean Tucker, yeah. He's done. Who are you talking about, Trust? I know you're not talking about Bucky. That'd be nonsense, bro. JD5 for the playoffs. I mean, JD5 is probably coming back. If anybody cut JD5, pick him up. We have people in here going, you got to cut JD5. JD5 is probably coming back in 4 weeks. Is Swift out, Monungai or Nico? If Swift is out, that's probably pretty dead even. I think you lean Monungai if he's a solo starter. Yeah. If not, then I probably would say Nico. Debo, MHJ, MHJ. Debo or Wandell. Um, Wandell. Hate to say it. Dropped. I don't know why someone would drop the 85. I don't know what you can't drop him. I mean, you put him on IR, and if you have no IR, I mean, if you're really good at quarterback, I suppose, but he's not. He's not done for the year. Barkley over Judkins by a hair. I laughed. Said Barkley over Judkins by a hair. But why is that funny, Jimmy? That's what I'm trying to understand. I appreciate you, though. I love that Jimmy talks to me in super chats only, though. Greg, drop Hunter off IR, pick up JD5. If you need a quarterback badly, I'm fine with that. But Hunter's maybe going to be good when he comes back too, though. You know, like I could see myself saying, why would anybody drop Hunter? You know what I mean? Like it's going to be the same thing. Hall or Walker Hall. But I mean, JD5 is they would have put him on IR if they thought he would miss 4 games. How much do I value McLaurin? Not a lot, but I pick him up. But I'm not even like doing full load droppage. It's like I want him on the roster, but then again, like, can you even hold him on your roster? I don't know. I have Dak. Dak's fine. Rock out, taking my lap, playing Bo over Love. I would have done the same thing. I'm not ashamed to admit I would have started Bo over Love. And again, Kapowski, thank you, Manungai over Garrett Wilson if he's starting. But Garrett Wilson over Manungai if Manungai is not the solo guy, I guess. I don't know, but then it also depends on the Garrett Wilson news. He says he's going to go, but I don't know. Judkins is on a horrendous offense. Okay, so your laughter of Barkley over Judkins by a hair, the laughter is that you think that Judkins is not close to Barkley. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't think that always matters, the offense, my boy. I mean, Barkley's been on this better offense and hasn't done jack shiat all year. But I do like Barkley. You've heard me talk about how I think going forward it's going to be a great go forward for Barkley. But I mean, how do you explain the fact that Barkley's done jack shiat and Judkins has looked amazing? So your horrendous offense, I mean, doesn't always tell the story. I think they're both dead even practically. But I do like Barkley a hair more. Should I even bring JD5 back this year? They're going to be in contention. No, but Judkins is the boss, bro. When you trade Hall and Shakir for Flowers and Waddle in a PPR format, Hall and Shakir for Flowers and Waddle, I'd take Hall and Shakir. The other thing too is like Barkley's in a better offense, but is it? Like they don't. They're one of the. They've been good the past handful of games, but they've been one of the most boring, putrid, sluggish offenses in the NFL with the most weaponry we've ever seen. And they have been picking it up lately, but they haven't run well all year, bro. So Barkley versus Judkins is 100% a great debate. Jimmy the drunk, 100% great debate. I mean, that's almost wild that you don't like Judkins because you think Cleveland's holding him back. Trade Warren for Hampton. I'd rather have Jalen Warren. You're 8-1. Maybe I would take Hampton. He's practicing on his own, not with the team. Like he's out there like doing some drills, but we're still a ways away. Could be 2 to 3 weeks, maybe before we see him. Maybe it could be fourth game before he's doing anything. It's the fourth game from now, so that's week 10, 11, 12, like week 13 or 14. I mean, yeah, I don't mind that. You're 8 wins in, sure. Judkins, Barkley, Poole. Okay, Travis is right. Rico 53, Henry 18, Kyron 29. All right, Jimmy, here you go. Now you've done it, Jimmy. Rest of season, Barkley or Judkins. There you go, Jimmy. My boy Jimmy. I like my boy Jimmy. I hope Jimmy knows that. Jimmy's my boy, Blue. All right, there you go, Jimmy. Um, you're being stubborn. Barkley over Judkins. Okay. Why is Judkins winning, Jimmy? 37 votes, my boy. Jimbo, am I being stubborn? Am I being stubborn, Jimmy? 65%. 41 votes. Now, let me guess. That's because blah, 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 blah. Jimmy, I think somebody else is being stubborn. I don't expect it to. I think it will even out. It could be 50-50. But Kyle, thank you for the super chat. Jimmy. Again, better offense doesn't really say anything. It doesn't matter. Like better offense. What about the better rushing attack? Better offense. They're not a better offense in terms of rushing attack. Now, I do think that script will change. They'll flip that script from here moving forward. But the Eagles are not a better offense on the ground. They're not. The Browns will run the ball more, or they have been in a position to. Uh, Judkins 60 to it's about 58-42. But I do think that script will flip. Okay, Kyle, Mahomes, Burrow, Bijan, Gibbs. Wow, bro, Bijan, Gibbs, Andy Algier. Wide receivers: Wood, Rice, Tet, Devontae Smith, Jamo, Warren. Would you improve my wide receivers? I don't know that you can. I don't think. What can you even do? I don't want you to move Mahomes. I don't want you to move Bijan. I don't want you to move Gibbs. Benson will come back. Hendy, you'll get Woody. You'll get some sort of flex play. You got Rice and Ted, Devontae. Absolutely no, bro. Stand down. 9.0 team. Stand down, my boy. Stand down. Did Jimmy respond? Jimmy, explain yourself. I'll send you $20 if Judkins wins the fantasy points. But I mean, Jimmy, I'm not saying that Barkley. Like you've heard me say, Barkley by a hair. So I'm saying I want Barkley by a hair. So I'm telling you, Barkley probably outscores Judkins in fantasy points from here going forward, but by a hair. Do I think Samson's better than Judkins? Like I said in the offseason? No, I think Judkins really, really impresses me. You know what I will say though is, I mean, first of all, Samson is a better receiver, and they're different players, and there's no reason why. I mean, Samson did good when he was called upon. There's no reason why, if let's say Judkins was injured, that Samson wouldn't come in and tear it up. So they're both really good players. But did Judkins change my mind? Yes. But in that, I will say this: I think Judkins is playing with a whole new vibe, man. Like he had his whole world taken from him, and he's not letting it go this time. You know, so that I think that's even motivated him more. He's hungry. He knows what he wants. He's not waiting around. He's got that dog in him that he might not have had. I love him. This poll is Jimmy versus Smitty stands. I don't know what that means either, Jimmy. This poll is Jimmy versus Smitty stands. I don't know what stands means. I don't know what that means. But all I know is Judkins is beating with 68 votes, 57-43. And I'm telling you, I think Barkley by a hair, and you're like, oh, I'll bet you, or I'll send you $20, which I'm appreciative of. If Judkins outscores Barkley, but I'm saying I think Barkley outscores him. Like, I don't understand what we're doing here, Jimmy. I don't know much more. What else I can prove to you that you're the one that's stubborn and out of pocket right now because the whole chat believes that Judkins, or slightly believes that Judkins is the better player going forward. You don't have stands. I don't know what he's saying. Man, basically saying it's Jimmy versus Smitty fans. I think Jimmy. I think Jimmy. You're done. You're done. Jimmy, try again tomorrow. Try again tomorrow, Jimbo. We'll take care of it tomorrow. Jimmy's gonna come in tomorrow and go, "I'm sorry, Smitty. I don't know. I don't know what I was saying last night." Jimbo. You said by a hair. I laughed. None of the people would trade Barkley for Judkins. Jimmy, what? I'm being serious. I love you, my boy. I'm not mad at you. But what are you not getting? Nobody would trade Barkley for Judkins. What do you think this poll? Now, if you're watching a replay, you can't see what I'm pointing to. But what do you think this poll suggests that people would trade Barkley for Judkins? I don't really know where we're getting lost here. Working on some trades. End of results would be Dart, Rice, Buka, Nico, Cook. You mean Cook, not Cooks, Rudy. You keep calling him Cooks. He's not Cooks. He's Cook. Nico, Cook, Judkins, Javante. We're not calling them Javantes or McBride. Woody. That's a good team. Rice, Buka, Nico, Cook, Judkins. Bro, that's a great trade. I mean, Jimmy the Drunk would want you to trade Judkins for Barkley, but other than that, that's it. Or not great trade. It's a great team. Javante McBride, love it. Try and trade Kittle or McBride to upgrade Javante or Dart. Yeah, it's a great team, bro. I'm gonna be heartbroken if Rudy comes back and goes, Smitty, it was Brandon Cooks who tricked me. None of the 55% would trade Barkley for Judkins. Jimmy, I'm not going to keep arguing with you about it. I don't know. It's like talking to a wall. Why do you think they're voting that way, Jimmy? They're telling you they would do it. This vote is telling you they would do it. I don't know what you're talking about. James Cook, thank you, Rudy. Just want to make sure you're getting the right guy. What do you want for Christmas, Jimmy? A Judkins jersey? Tell Santa. Drop Mixon for Jonathan Brooks in Dynasty? I suppose, but I think maybe Mixon might have more time than Jonathan Brooks. Who the hell knows, bro? Smitty, I know everyone voted that, but no one's trading it. In the QB Superflex, would you trade Devontae Adams for Dart and BTJ? Mm, I in a Superflex maybe. Dart's pretty good in a Superflex, but I don't know. Yeah, probably. You think OG3 ever breaks out? I don't know. K9 Jordan Mason, probably K9 Judkins jersey with Christmas socks. Musgrave or Tucker in the flex, probably. I guess Musgrave's safer. I do like Tucker though. I don't know. Let's see what the news says on that, because I would lean Tucker if the news started to, you know. Thank you for the super chat. Retro says, I don't need fantasy advice. Killing it this year. Just want to say your eyes still scare me. Thank you. Thank you, Retro. Appreciate you. Have a good night, chat. All right. Thanks, bro. See you later. Mariota or Penix? Probably Penix Jr. Let's see. Tracy or Woody? Probably Woody. Would I keep Tesla on the roster bench or cut him? Depends on the ad. Context matters. Oh, my jaw. I feel like my jaw is fractured. I can't even touch my teeth. I'm having trouble talking even. I don't know if you can tell, but I can't. Um, I'm sorry to hear that, Chris. JCM or Hubbard at the flex? Neither. Hubbard, maybe. If my Adams and Buka offer using LAD. My Adams and Buka offers using LAD declined. I don't know what to trade LAD for. I don't know, bro. Deep League 14 man Rodriguez or McNichols. I guess Rodriguez. I don't know, bro. Neither. Basketball or hockey? Basketball. Uh, Flex Moore, DJ Moore, or Shakir. Probably. Every time DJ Moore does something, then you put him in, he does nothing the next week. I kind of want to say Shakir, but I guess I'd roll with DJ Moore. 0% of Barkley owners would trade him for Judkins, says Jimmy. Jimmy's still at it. Jimmy's still really mad about that. Here, let's end the poll. Let's start a new one. Would you trade Barkley for Judkins? Yes. Give me Judkins. No. Jimmy, I hope this brings you peace. I hope this brings you peace, Jimmy. Because I know it's confusing to see it. Which one do you like better? And then try and translate it. But this will really help you. Thank you, Savage, for the dollar hauler. Appreciate you. Would you trade Barkley for Judkins? It is going to be interesting if this does end up being more even or slightly the other way, just because it does put an emphasis on you're actually trading Barkley away, and it is a lot harder to say that, which is kind of why I say by a hair. Is that I believe that Barkley's going to turn a corner, big corner. And I think Barkley's going to blow up. He's got to stay healthy though. But in that, it's very damn close, as the poll is showing. Doesn't look like zero to me, Jimmy. It looks like exactly like I said from the jump. Now it's flipped by the 5 or the 10% the other way. but that's by a hair. That's exactly what I said it was. I think you finally push people to the limit and you say, which one would you rather have? Yeah, Judkins is a good schedule. Barkley, they just need to run him. Husseini in the building. Barkley owner offered me Barkley and Jerry Judy for my Judkins last month, and I slammed the door in his face. You're gonna upset you're gonna upset Jimmy. Don't upset Jimmy. Don't do it. Jimmy, you know I love you, pal. Just don't know what got into you tonight. That's all. Yeah, Travis is right. The 10% swing is people getting scared to pull the trigger. But that's the great way when you do ask a question. And it's like, who do you like? And this happens with projections too. When you say, "Oh, I'll do rankings," but then you do projections. Your projections are always a little different than your rankings. Meaning that if I had you sit down and project yardage for a running back, you might rank them higher, and then when you project them, you're like, ah, and then the projections are guide you a little bit. Thank you, Husseini, for the super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you, Savage, for the dollar holler. Appreciate you. But now it's kind of getting back to 50-50. Oh, now it's going back to 54. We got 65 votes in. Brock, appreciate you. Lost neighbors Connor, Benson, Lamar for most of the year. Trade Achan for Gadsden, Judkins, Marv, and Shakir. Traded. Still have Amon-Ra, Lamar, Manungai, Harvey. Needed depth. Thoughts on the trade? Um, I don't think it's bad. I think Achan and Judkins are close enough that I think Judkins is that good. That's what we're kind of talking about now. He's Barkley. He's on Barkley's level. And so is Achan. Achan's probably above both of them. But I think Barkley could outscore Achan. I think they're all so close. You give me Gadsden and you give me Marv, I'm fine with the trade. I think you did good. I mean, if you were winning and you were 8 wins and everything was great, I'd say why do anything. But the fact that you were able to, maneuver a little bit and get into something different, it might help you. Yeah, Judkins' schedule, like Husseini just said, alone makes him arguable against anybody. Yeah, the polls are good. For those watching a replay, the polls are like I always put them right here. And on the replay, apparently they don't want to show them. I wish they could save the video with them in there. Um, it's fantastic. And then let me see what else we got here. Where we at? There's all kinds of features you can add to it. Judkins has a trash QB, says Legend. Well, it doesn't always dictate everything, my boy. He still could have a hat trick at any moment. Is Chase Brown and JMO too much for Judkins? No. No, sir. I'm okay with that. Swift takes back the job, says Savage. Anything's possible, my boy. Mount Manungai might have something to say about that. Are you able to utilize the polls at the office as well? No. No, sir. Brees or Hendy? Probably. I mean, Brees is safer, but I like Hendy a lot. It could be pretty even. Barkley will have much more red zone potential. Maybe. I mean, that's what I'm predicting, but at the end of the day, he has not had that so far, and Judkins has. So I'm just saying, my argument is not against that Barkley's going to do the things that some of you are arguing, because I'm the one that said in the beginning of all this, by a hair. I like Judkins by a hair. But again, we're splitting hairs here between Judkins and Barkley, I think. But at the same time, anybody arguing that he's got a better offense, he doesn't. He has, you could say, a better overall offense, but the rushing attack has not been good. They haven't blocked well. He hasn't been able to get anything going. The red zone work, I mean, Judkins has gotten the red zone work. How many hours do you have to stream for it to crash? For what to crash? I don't know what you mean. What I do know is that I got 9% battery life, but your boy comes prepared. Slap this on the back, MagSafe style, and now we're good. Olave over Hendy, give me Hendy. Otten Taysom Hill Tootin, give me Otten. How many hours for YouTube to crash? I mean, I don't think it'll crash. The only problem is when I did my last 24-hour stream, if you don't break it up into, I want to say under 8 hours, it won't save the video. So if you go back to my last 24-hour stream, it won't play. It's just a big blank. You can see the comments, but then the video won't play. But if you stop before 8 hours, stop the stream, then restart a new stream, it'll save it. So it doesn't crash, but it will not save your stream. Is a Book of value tied too close to Baker? I mean, isn't any wide receiver tied to their quarterback? If Dak Prescott has a bad day, no CD Lamb or Pickens, no different at all. Rice or Lamb rest of season, give me Lamb by a hair. Jamar QB proof? Absolutely not. We saw that with Browning. I mean, are you forgetting, Maximum, how bad we were wanting another quarterback in there? And now all of a sudden you get Flacco, and then it's like Jamar's QB proof? I don't think so. He's as QB proof as you get, but he's not. No one's. Look at JJ. JJ's not QB proof. They're gonna produce, but JJ's not JJ right now. Jamar was not Jamar. You know, Nico and ETN for what is it? Judkins and Adams. Give me Judkins and Adams. Not close. Smitty start Woody Marks or Fannin. Woody. I mean, if Fannon's full go, maybe we switch it. Almost every wide receiver needs a decent QB. Yep. Yep. You think Harvey has top 5 running back potential if JK is out? I mean, that's what I've said all offseason. So, I mean, nothing's changed, but I do think he's more likely to get the volume he needs to get there than Hendy is. And because Hendy's in that situation, like, here's the difference right now. If we were handing Harvey what Hendy's being handed, we'd all be like, oh my God, it's time. You know, but Hendy, we're kind of like, we think it's time. It should be time. It's not happening, but it should be. But I think this week will be better. I think Hendy's going to break off a house call. Who's winning this trade? Nico Watson for Smith and Hendy? Probably, I don't know. Probably Nico by hair. Monangai, Garrett Wilson. Probably Monangai if Swift is ruled out. Vrabel hates Hendy. We think so, but also keep in mind, I mean, would somebody have said that Bulls hated Bucky? Liam Cohen hate Bucky last year? Bucky didn't get work till week 10. You know, so I keep reminding people of that. Long term Hendy or Harvey? Long term Hendy, but long term season Harvey. Harvey season anything that's 2025. I'm going to say Harvey, but I know. Can you imagine if we get like a 2 TD Hendy game? I might start crying. I might act like Caleb and just get in a little ball, crawl in Miss Smitty's lap on the live stream. We did it! We did it! We did it! It's okay. It's okay, Smitty. We did it. We finally did it. Been waiting for it. Or we stand up like men and we get to the chopper. Get to the chopper. Best ball results. I mean, we talk about them in great detail, especially if we got like a finals team we're monitoring and all that. But we get straight into the next season. I mean, I don't waste a lot of time. I know everybody wants a lot, especially haters will come in and go, Schmitty, are you going to talk about your loss? Like, look, I talk about my losses all the time. I don't know why people act like I don't. I do. I mention it all the time. Like once or twice a show, I'll belittle something that I did. But I'm not going to sit here and review last season when people want next season content. You know what I mean? It's like it's just a waste of time. It doesn't like what are people really getting out of that? Like I'll tell you when I miss stuff, but there's no reason to be like let's comb through all of last. Like I hate the award stuff. Like let's go do the fantasy awards for 2020. I didn't give a shit about fantasy awards 2025. When it comes January 1, we're talking about who are we drafting. Who are we trading for? When best ball opens up, who is the underdog to draft? Who do we need to get before the values rise? You know, like all this nonsense about the champion, the most valuable player. Who's the most valuable kicker? What was the most? I hate that stuff. It's like Tony Soprano said, the most boring form of conversations. Remember when? Wait, Smitty, you mean you're not right 100%? I not. That's true. All right. Legend. Let's see here. What do we got? Mondre is out again this week. Legend. Maybe. He's almost certainly ruled out. Yeah. Oh, well, I appreciate all you. I do. Um, is he ruled out? Okay, good. Thank you for clarifying. Uh, yeah, if he's completely ruled out, that's fantastic. Ricky with a $50 holla. $50 holla. Get to the chopper, Ricky. Big money 10-man league. Currently 4-5. One QB, two running backs, two wide receivers, and a flex. Team is Herbo Baker. So there's one QB, two running back, two wide receivers, and a flex. Team is Herbo Baker, Bijan Genti, Lamb, Rice, Buka, London. Have to sit one of these studs. Oh, it let me come back. That's amazing. The YouTube app crashed. The app crashed, and I was like, oh man, I'm not gonna be able to get to Ricky's question. And then all of a sudden, I was able to come back in. That's fantastic. All right, sorry. Can you guys hear me? Okay, can you see me? I'm back. Okay, it crashed. The whole thing crashed. Is everybody still there? McFly? Okay, there we are. Good. Woo. I was just in the middle of reading Ricky's thing. Have to sit one of these stud wide receivers every week. Got offered Barkley and Addison for my London. I take it. I take it, Ricky. Your team's great. I love Genti, and I'm not saying I'm not happy to have him on the team in a rotational manner, with this team. But you got to sit one of those wide receivers. Ricky, this is the move to make. Barkley for London, do it straight up, even if you have to. But love the team. Your team's at 8.8 to 9.0. You know, take Barkley and run. That's a fantastic trade. Thank you for the $50 hauler. That's freaking awesome. That team is a marvelous squad, my boy. Just a marvelous squad. I'm impressed YouTube stayed up. I'm very impressed. It's great app building there. Nice work. I opened it up and I'm like, I'm gonna hit go live, and then there it was. It's like resume. Boom. 3 and 6. Should I trade JJ Swift and for Nico, AJB, and Warren? What Warren is that? Tyler Warren? Yeah. JJ and Swift for Nico. Yeah, Tyler Warren, absolutely. AT, appreciate you. Monday night's just around the corner, says Chris. Hope Henderson gets to work. I do too. Rock out. Trade received Mahomes plus Bucky. They received JJ Chase Brown. I would take wow. I don't know. I mean, I think I'd rather have JJ Chase Brown and Stafford. I love Mahomes, but Stafford's playing good ball. I think that's too much value. Chat, what do you think? Can I get a vote on this one? Mahomes and Bucky, knowing what we know and knowing what we don't know about Bucky, or JJ Chase Brown Stafford? Pretty close trade though. But I'd probably take the bet on the drop off from Mahomes to Stafford. It's not made up for, in my opinion. JJ. Yeah, I mean the chat's in agreement. Chance Hendy takes the starting job. It's a big game. Very, very good chance. But what we don't want, and I'm not saying I wish Stevenson injury. I'm not, but I'm a human being, okay? And I'm not ashamed to admit. I hate when people are like, "You celebrating injury? What kind of person are you?" I'm not celebrating anything. But do I want Stevenson back? No, I don't. I'm just being honest. Like, I'm a corrupt, sinful man. I'm a sinner. Like, what do you want from me? I don't want him back. I don't want him back. I hope he's healthy, but I don't want him back. I don't know. You draw you draw between the lines on that one. I don't know. You connect the dots. I'm just telling you, I don't want him back. I'm a sinful guy. Uh, but we all fall short. We all miss. This is my crutch. This is my cross to bear. The admission of that I don't really want Stevenson to heal as quickly as he might. I don't know. Don't know what else to tell you. You want me to lie to you? Oh, you're sure hope he's okay. I sure hope he comes back and takes Hendy's job. What do you want me to say? Want me to lie to you? I told you I'd never lie to you. Told you I wouldn't lie to you. I'm not lying to you. Not doing it. Not gonna do it. Refuse to do it. The problem is with this sinful mindset is I look here and I in very, very shamefully see a bye week in week 12 for the Patriots, and I think, why? Why does the bye week have to be inserted right here? Why? You know, why does a bye week have to be inserted right in between a game that Hendy gets to maybe blow up, and then maybe Stevenson heals in week 12? I don't know. AFC NFC champion matchup prediction. Joe, we already kind of talked about this. I don't want to do too much on this because I want to do a show on this, but I'm still going to answer, I guess, the answer. But I would say KC. I love the Bills, but I think they still don't have they need that wide receiver, and they're great. I mean, Josh Allen's amazing, but I don't think they have. I don't think they've given Josh Allen the weapons. Um, Lamar continues to falter, but I like the Ravens. Denver, they're playing great, obviously, but so at the end of the day, there's a lot of teams that could potentially be in the mix over there on the AFC side of the football. But I would say KC. Um, I don't know who's going to be the NFC contender. I really don't. Detroit could be. I think that they're very capable of getting. I don't know if they can win enough games in a row. Green Bay, I don't think can win enough games in a row. I'm not saying they're frauds. I'm not saying the Lions or the Packers are frauds, but they can be like the Falcons, have big games and then have fraudulent games. I think the Eagles are just a very tough team. I think logic tells you that the Eagles are probably the most likely NFC contender. Yeah, I think the Bucks could get back on their horse. Absolutely. I think people that are counting Baker Mayfield out, I don't think you're making a wise call there. Hey, Smitty, I'm ready to take my lap, but I'm thinking of starting Slayton over DK because of the matchup. Chat, can we vote on this one? I'm going to go DK, but I don't hate. Agreed about Stevenson. Thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate you. By the way, Jimmy, 57% to 43. It definitely flipped, which I kind of thought it would. Because I think when people are push comes to shove, they're going to say, I do think Barkley's going to come around. But 44%, Jimmy. It's not 56-44. 126 votes. That's not Smitty fandom pushing that, bro. That is a 44% vote of people liking Judkins more than Barkley. So I appreciate you, but you called me stubborn earlier. I think I proved to you tonight that you're maybe being stubborn on this topic. Ricky, thank you for that $50 holler. Again, appreciate you. Jimmy, thank you for the super chats. How do you feel about Jalen Coker and Dynasty? I like him, but I don't love him. I like him, but I don't love him. Marvin or Olave, probably Marvin. Hall or ETN Hall. ETN's got a brutal matchup. DK won the vote. Smitty, I need a bye week wide receiver pick. Keon Coleman, Bateman, Mooney, Leggett. Probably Mooney. Tet, we'll see what's going on with him. Am I hitting Canes tonight? Probably not. The poll is fraudulent, says Jimmy. Jimmy, you're the stubborn man. I'm not stubborn. The whole chat will admit you're stubborn. You're being stubborn. You're being very, very stubborn about this. You're being stubborn to call me stubborn when I've done two different polls for you with this one with 129 votes and it's 43-57. AJB Tesla Samson 2 seconds for Ibuka. I take Ibuka and run. No first rounders are needed here. Come on, bro. Come on. Canes is terrible for you, says John. John, not liking Canes is terrible for you. I've never seen a group of people so against a place that is beloved. It's got a lot of diehard. Like people are like, Raising Canes is amazing, but they're no matter what you say, about 5 or 6 people immediately like it's horrible, it's bad for you. Raising Canes sucks. I don't understand why there's such a hate group of for against Raising Canes. Like it's more at like if I was to say, I forget what that place is. The Shake Shack I think is right there. It'd be like there'd people be saying like, "Oh, I like the Shake Shack," and then there'd be like these people would just be quiet. I don't know, but Raising Canes, it's like you either love it or you're aggressively out against it. I just don't understand. Sathya, appreciate the $20 holler. A hauler from Sathya. 6-3. PPR 12-man. Mahomes, JT, Bucky, Rashad, Hendy, Jettas, Rice, Ladd, Rome, Devontae, Smith, Tyler, Warren, Smitty. Can I get a? Can I? If Smitty, I can't stand to watch Caleb. He pisses me off. No one wants Rome after 0-pointer. Do I sell low or watch sadly another week? I like Rome Badunze still a lot. But would I sell Rome? And like you said, no one's going to take them. But if you couple them, you might get something. Like example, you can't get rid of Bucky right now either. But Bucky and Adunze can get you one player like Barkley, Henry, Rico. So if you tried that, you've maxed out all those options from Henry to Barkley to Rico to Judkins. You know, you can't get any Barkley, especially. You can't get one of those players using Bucky and Rome, which is a decent offer, by the way, to somebody that has enough. I think I sit on Bucky because you're 6-3, and Rome is a really nice play. I still think each week he's going to be kind of inconsistent, but a very, very nice player that has that bye week out of the way. I'm very, very intrigued by that team. I don't know that there's much else to move other than like Rome and Devontae for one player, Rome and Ladd for one player, um, Rome and Rashad White. Even though you have Bucky, you could roll the dice on somebody needing a running back bat, and you say I don't give a crap. So you could go Rashad White and Rome for like just one player. I'm thinking Jacobs, Javante, Adams. Um, you're not going to get a Nico or Buka, but you never know. People are weird. So you just kind of go in that direction. Garrett Wilson. Appreciate your $20 hauler. Hopefully that was helpful. Thank you, my boy. Appreciate you. Love your team. If you didn't do a single thing, I would definitely say you're probably going to be one of those teams that is going to be in it to win it. Chick-fil-A. Thank you, Sathy. Appreciate your $20 hauler. I just don't get the Canes hate, man. Are we hating In and Out? I mean, I like In and Out. I like In and Out. I had Jets. Does anybody have Jets Pizza where they live? I think it's kind of new to Arizona. But I just tried Jets Pizza tonight. It's pretty good. Jets 8 corner pizza. Yeah, I just got their 8 corner pizza tonight. 8 corner pepperoni. It was really good. Balakis is horrible pizza. I don't think so. I thought it was great pizza. It's like the old school. Anybody remember Pizza Hut? They give out the NCAA basketball. You go to the Pizza Hut when it was like the old school arcade, tables. You could play Pac Man. They'd always have a NCAA basketball, or they'd have some sort of NBA finals or Olympic NBA, basketball Olympic ball. You get the ball with the pizza, and there's nothing better than Pizza Hut when you were a kid. That was the bomb ass pizza. Jets Pizza's like Pizza Hut undercarriage, that like crispy deep dish crust, but it's damn good. It's like a good version of old school Pizza Hut, like when you were a kid. And I completely disagree with anybody that's anti Jets Pizza. I just had it. I loved it. It's a real good pizza. All right, I think I'm out of here. It's getting a little cold out here for Smitty here in Arizona. Somebody Google the weather in Phoenix right now. I know you're gonna laugh, you're gonna see it, but you got to remember, I live in 119, 114 degree weather. I'm not sitting in the snow. You know, what's the weather look like here? 73. That's BS. It's colder than 73 degrees right now. That's cap right now. It's in the 60s, no doubt about it. There's no way it's 73 degrees. It is freezing out here compared. It's got to be 63 degrees. 73. Rice and Chase on a bye. Got to do it. You're looking up like the high of the day. Rice and Chase on a bye. Got a Dunze, and who do I start with? Tet possibly out. Judy, Kirk, Mooney. Probably Mooney. Mooney, my boy. 63, 59. I'm getting 59 to 63. I think it's definitely between 59 and 63 for sure. No, it's not springtime here. Not at all. Jed's pizza to the moon. In fact, we got a slice left over. I'm gonna go grab that, warm that up. Got one slice in the fridge. Chris Olave, CD for Puka. I would take. I don't know, Chad. Would you rather a Puka or CD? I don't know the. Get okay, Chris Olave and CD or Puka. Chris Olave, CD or Puka. Olave, CD. CD side, Puka. Smitty thinking about that slice. I am. I gotta go run first though. I have to run first. Are you taking my family to the waterfalls? No, bro. I don't have time for that shit, bro. Waterfalls. I got a waterfall right there. You heard it. It's right by the Christmas tree. I don't need to go to a waterfall. Thank you, though. We'll look into it. We'll get right on that. I'd rather go home on Netflix, bro. I don't like leaving anywhere. We go to like Disneyland and the ocean maybe every couple years, and that's about it. I don't need to go anywhere. I hate leaving. Vacations suck. I don't even like hiking. I don't like any of that shit. I'm a put me in my cave. Give me a Jets pizza and I'm fine. I'd rather go to Jets Pizza than this waterfall you talk about. Jets Pizza doesn't even have a dine-in. It's like a Popeyes. Like you go in, you can order at the counter, they give it to you. There's nowhere to sit. You got to take it with you. There's no restaurant. It's like a delivery or pickup only. And I'd rather go there and sit in that bench that you wait for your pie. Clean, nice, clean environment. It's clean in there. You could eat your pizza on the bench if you could set your pizza right on the bench, and it would be pretty cleanly. Um, I'd rather go sit there on that bench than